If you want to know where Woodland Park suddenly feels less like a pass-through mountain town and more like a real weekly community ritual, Friday morning at Memorial Park is a pretty good place to start. Hi, I'm James Team with the James Mountain Homes team, and we are your local mountain and Colorado Springs real estate experts. We absolutely love answering your questions about the area. So if you're buying, selling, or just curious about the Pikes Peak region, reach out. You can call or text us at 719-266-2725 or email us at info@jettymarriott.net. Check the link below for our two free resources, the Pikes Peak Relocation Guide and the Buy Local Guide. You can also head to www.jdmountainhome.com to start your home search and hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss our next update. Today, we're talking about the Woodland Park Friday Farmers Market because this is one of those reoccurring summer things that sounds simple on paper, but once you go, you understand why people keep working it into their weekly rhythm. According to the official Woodland Park Farmers Market site, the 2026 market season is open every Friday through September from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Memorial Park and Woodland Park. The same site says the summer market takes place in Memorial Park and on Henrietta Avenue and Center Street. That matters because it tells you right away this is not just one tiny row of tables tucked into a corner. It has enough physical spread to feel like an event when you arrive. One reason markets like this work so well in a place like Woodland Park is the timing. An 8 a.m. start is actually perfect for a mountain summer morning. You get cooler air, you get softer light, and you get the feeling that the day is still wide open and in front of you. If you show up early, it feels calm and easy. If you show up later, it can feel more social and more active. So they're really two different versions of the same market, depending on how you like to do your mornings. The official site describes the market as a place for fresh seasonal produce and homemade goods, and it talks about a diverse selection of products and a lively atmosphere. That is a useful framing because it keeps your expectations in the right place. This is not about racing in for one item and leaving. It is better when you give yourself room to browse. Look at what is in season. See what catches your eye. Let the whole point be the experience of wondering a little instead of treating it like a strict shopping mission. And that is part of what makes Memorial Park such a good setting for it. The park gives the market breathing room. Then the spillover into Henrietta Avenue and Center Street adds that extra bit of movement that makes the whole thing feel bigger and more connected. You're not walking into a sterile indoor setup. You're walking into an outdoor summer pattern that uses the town itself as part of the backdrop. A first-time visitor can sometimes make the mistake of thinking a smaller town market will be over in 10 minutes, but the better mindset is to treat it as a slow hour or two. Start with one pass, where you just see the full layout, then circle back to the booths you want to spend more time at. Markets almost always work better that way because you notice more on the second pass than you do when you're trying to make decisions immediately. Another thing I like about this topic is that the market site itself shows there is more structure behind it than people might assume. Beyond the homepage, they have sections for market vendors, market programs, recipes, volunteering, sponsorship, and frequently asked questions. Even if you never click every page, that kind of setup actually tells you the market is not just casually happening week to week. There is some organization behind it, and that tends to show up in the feel of the event itself. If you're planning a visit, easiest tip is to lean into the morning. Woodland Park weather can feel great early and then shift warmer or brighter as the day goes on, especially when you're out in the open sun. So bring water, wear sunscreen, and if you want the easiest parking situation, do not wait until the late part of the market window. Going early is just the smoother version of the experience. The other practical tip is to leave a little flexibility in your schedule. Markets are one of those places where you may think you're stopping by for 20 minutes, and then suddenly you're walking a second lap, talking to someone, comparing options, or deciding to keep the morning going. That is not a bug. That is the whole reason these places become habits. They're useful, but they're also a change of pace from the normal in and out routine. If you're bringing someone from out of town, this is also one of those easier local intro experiences because it does not require a big commitment. You do not need tickets. You do not need a whole half-day drive. You do not need elaborate planning. You just show up on a Friday morning, walk Memorial Park, and the town kind of explains itself through the energy of the market. And honestly, that is what I think makes this more interesting than it first sounds. On paper, farmers markets sound kind of generic. But in practice, the combination of the mountain setting, the Friday morning rhythm, the Memorial Park location, and the walkable spread on Henrietta Avenue and Center Street gives us one a really specific feel. It's not just something to buy from, it's something to experience. If you've never done the Woodland Park Friday Farmers Market, the easy version is this. Take a Friday morning, show up early rather than later, give yourself enough time to make a full loop before you buy anything, and let it be a proper summer stop instead of a rushed errand. Before we go, I just want to say that if you have any questions about buying or selling or really anything about the Pikes Peak region, please do not hesitate to reach out to my team and I. You can call us or text us at 719-266-2725, or you can email us at info@jettymarine.net. And don't forget, we also have 2 free resources for you as well, Pikes Peak Relocation Guide and the Buy Local Guide. Plus, don't forget to also check out our website at www.jdmountainhome.com, where both of these free resources are, as well as a ton of information about our area and a place you can start a search for homes here. Lastly, make sure you hit that subscription button and notification bell so that you get notified every time we post a new video. I'll see you guys next time.